The speaker I have the privilege to introduce is a branding and digital marketing strategist who helps speakers, coaches, and consultants go from overlooked to in demand, using clarity, systems, and strategy to dominate the digital spotlight. She has over 25 years experience, 2 National Design Awards, a master's in digital marketing, and is recognized as one of the best marketing firms by St. Louis Small Business Monthly. Kara's work is driven by her passion for strategic design, a belief that visibility without clarity is noise, and a deep commitment to elevating those ready to own their digital stage. Plus, her humor is priceless. Her signature 5-step framework is designed to help experts build a brand that sells for them, even before the first call. Please help me welcome my friend and your guide who turns quiet brilliance into magnetic visibility, none other than Kara Gamber.
How many of you have ever wondered if your brand is quietly costing you money and opportunity? How many of you ever wondered if your brilliance is buried in your brand because it really doesn't represent who you are or what your aspects of your business are? Thank you for that. How many of you would love to have your ideal client call you ready to make a deal with you because they know so much about you? I hear that. I'm Kara Gamber, and welcome to Talk Less, Say More, Letting Your Brand Speak for You. Today we're going to talk about 3 building blocks to creating a conversion-ready brand. Then we're going to have a quick 5-minute brand audit, and Mark, and time willing, we will do questions and answers. Sound good?
Yeah.
So if you are ready for your brand to start working for you, opening doors, filtering out leads, giving you the right people, calling you, then this is the place for you. So I'm married, my husband's name is Jeff, and we were going to do a project, so we thought we'd strategically get a 0% interest loan. And what happens, we filled out the form, we expected no-brainer. Well, credit score over 800, simple, right? 2 weeks later, get a letter, we're rejected. What? Really? Because we don't have a ton of debt. So we started investigating and we found out that the information about his company was 30 years ago information. It was a company he worked at 30 years ago. So really, having that information incorrect, kind of missed an opportunity there. And it got me thinking, sometimes our brands don't have the right information, or they confuse our clients because it doesn't really represent who we are. And so we miss out on opportunities, just like we did. So let's see if we can fix that today, all right? So I have a framework called the 7 C's of a conversion-ready brand. There's 7 steps, but today we just want to talk about 3 of them. We're going to talk about clarity, call to action, and consistency. And the first we want to talk about is clarity, because when people don't understand what you're about, they don't buy, right? Clarity converts, confusion costs. And your prospects need to know very clearly who you are, your expertise, your tagline, who you serve, what you do, and how you do it. So what I want to demonstrate for you today is a brand that we worked with, and we created these different aspects of the brand, and what I want to show you is clarity of their brand on the website that we've done for them. So you can see here, it's who you are. So this is your brand identity. It could be your name or your logo. Next, you want your expertise in there, and that could be your specialty or your service focus. And if you serve clients, for instance, this person, this brand is in Missouri, you want to also include the geography as well. And here it is, Missouri LLC Law Service. You can clearly see what they're about. Next, a tagline is kind of a short, powerful a statement that represents benefits and, I lost my train of thought, and the benefits and, I'll think of it in a little bit. But what we used here for this tagline is start smart, which is a benefit, and then stay protected, which is a, yes, it's a value. Okay, next, what you do, you want to you want to represent your core offerings. So whatever your core offerings are, you want to put them on the website here. And here we have attorney-backed LLC and business law services for who you serve. Missouri entrepreneurs, real estate investors, and business startups. So important that your audience can identify themselves in your brand. That way they know when they come to your brand, they're in the right place. Last, how do you do it? How you do it. And this is a lot about your values. It's about your differentiators. It's about the problems you solve and the solutions that you offer. So a lot of times our prospects have worries, they have concerns, and sometimes you call it pain points. However, we want to be the answer. We want to be that person that takes them from their concern and give them the solution that they need. Sometimes that can't always go above the fold on a website. Here we have practical, personal, and built to protect your business from day one so you can launch with confidence and avoid costly mistakes. It really does answer some of the fears that they have and shows the solution. What I like to do is also put a place on the website where I list out more detail, more of the solutions and the offerings and what makes that client, what makes that brand different. Next, it's really important to have a call to action. If you do not tell someone what to do, guess what? They're not going to do it. So you want to give them something to do. You want your call to action, your primary one, to be very clear. You want it to be consistent, you want it to stick out, and you want it to be the same everywhere, and you want to put it everywhere. Here it's very, very easy. Schedule a consultation.
What do you have secondary on that?
I'll let you know in a minute.
Okay.
So you can have a secondary call to action as well. Right here, the secondary call to action is offering a lead magnet or lead generator, a free resource. Sometimes people that come to your website or come to your brand, or they're not ready to make a commitment. They're just not ready. So you want to offer them something free in exchange for an email, okay? So you want to offer them a free resource. It needs to be valuable, it needs to be directed to them, and very, you know, something that they would really, really enjoy having so you can get their email. Because what this does is when you get their email, it gives you the opportunity to start a conversation, right? It gives you the opportunity to have a communication with them and start a relationship. Okay, so what we want to do right now with what we've learned, we want to do a 5-minute challenge, a mini brand audit. So what we're going to have you do is you're going to find a partner. One person is going to audit the other person's website. You'll have to do it on your phone. Auditors will try to quickly, within 10 to 30 seconds, identify core offerings, problems they solve, who they serve, and one clear call to action. And lastly, auditors will share with their partner one strength they see and one possible area for improvement. The purpose for this is to give you the tools so that you can go do this on your own, so that you can build a brand that talks for you and works hard for you, okay? So, are you ready? Everyone get it? On your mark, get set, go!
You could, Landis and Associates. You need a partner. Oh, you got it, okay. No, that's coaching all your
So let's see, the problem is, request a call to action.
Well, okay, then we're on with audit, then do I know that just?
Okay, guys, time's up. What?
I said, I was suggesting something, but I said, but you're the expert, not me.
Okay, guys, time's up, time's up, time's up. All right, hope you found that valuable, gave you a little tool.
Thank you.
All right. So the last C we want to cover is consistency. Consistency builds trust. And your brand needs to be consistent visually, and it needs to sound the same everywhere. Print, your website, social media, that's your logo, your colors, your brand identity, your message, everything. Because if someone knows you and likes you and trusts you, what do? They do business with you. They buy from you. So today we talked about clarity, call to action, and consistency. Those are just 3 of the steps to building a conversion-ready brand. The benefits of those are credibility, trust. It makes your brand magnetic to the clients that you're trying to attract. It also helps you kind of filter the ones that you're not trying to attract out, right? And it works for you 24/7. So my final thought is this. Your brand is already speaking for you. So my question is it saying what you want it to? Do we have time for a question or two?
Yeah,
Or
you
we
have
need-
5 minutes for questions.
Okay. Yes, Mark?
For core offerings, can you give an example other than like, if a person doesn't want to have their offerings and then their prices or rates out?
You don't have to give your prices or rates. So with, we'll go back here real quick to this example here. This is really a general overview. Attorney-backed LLC and business law services. Core offerings. That's it. You do not have to list prices if you don't want to.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Right. And it can also, you can, whatever your services are, what you do could be a service or core offerings.
Okay, I understand.
Does that help?
Yeah. Mhm.
And then I did want to cover the tagline. It's the benefit and the promise. And in this one, it starts smart, which is the benefit. It could be either or. And secondly, stay protected, which is the promise. I'm doing this all by memory, so.
Amazing.
Okay, anybody else? Go ahead.
Karen, what an amazing masterclass in 10 minutes to get clarity. What do you find is small business owners' biggest problem when it comes to clarity? Like where do they miss the most?
I think that one of the things that I believe they miss is they don't identify their audience. So they're kind of speaking all over the place. And their visuals don't attract their audience, their colors don't attract their audience, right?
Yeah.
And so that's one of the big ones.
Gotcha.
And the other one is brands, sometimes they don't know the pain points or the concerns of their target audience. And so they don't know how to offer the solutions or offer the transformation that their audience seeks. So when you go to a brand and you can identify yourself and say, oh my gosh, that person knows me. They know how I feel, they know what I'm scared of, and they offer solutions. Then that's what makes the beginnings of a powerful brand. Does that answer your question?
Perfectly, yes, thank you so much.
Anybody else? Bob?
So, what suggestions do you have if you have like 2 separate, related but still different types of brands? Like in my case, I'm kind of in the inspiration business, people, if they come to my website, I want to let them know that they can find my affirmations and inspirational material on YouTube. I have books and courses, things related to that aspect of it. But I also have this secondary thing where because I've been successful in that space, people want to know, how did you do what you did, Bob? And so I have a secondary thing where I help people grow an audience, make a difference, leave a legacy, monetize their gifts and talents, kind of show them how I grew this audience.
Right.
But can you, and I would love to all have it on one website, or maybe there's different sections of the same website.
Yeah.
Would they go in more detail about each thing? What do you
Well, for search engines, I love that you have two separate brands,
Mhm.
because you can leverage both of them with each other. You can connect them, all
Mhm.
right? Especially if you have notoriety, more notoriety on one. I would mention on either one. I'm beginning to do the same thing myself. I'm developing two different brands. And so, I think keeping them separate is okay. I don't think you have to have one website, certainly if you want to. But I think having two, in my opinion, is more powerful. And you
Okay.
speak to different audiences and you spread your net a little bit wider.
Right, cool. Thanks.
Lataris?
I don't have a question, but just an observation.
Okay.
Right, that, with Aaron, my have-to is that I have to get organized,
Right.
right? And so I said, I get to show up for my customers with clarity and professionalism. And that tied nicely into
That's
why
beautiful.
I needed to do that.
That's beautiful. If you want to get organized, you do need to create what I would consider is a brand vault. And that's basically a place on your Google Drive or on Dropbox or whatever, where you put your brand assets. And that helps you stay consistent, because you have your photos, you have your logos, you have your brand strategy, all that information in one place, so that you can pull from it when you need to. Okay. Can I get one more? Go ahead, Karen.
I have a comment that you wanted us to give suggestions,
Yeah,
but like, I have ADHD, I want things quick, I like a question, and so giving advice, that one
Yeah.
thing that they might do was like, no, talk to her. Don't
thank
listen to
you,
me.
thank you for that. And there is a QR code. If you want a free download, I talk about the 7 different steps a little bit more in detail, and you can get that, it's free. All right? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen.